A very good morning and good evening to you all. Thank you all for joining on this beautiful time of the day. And Omega Pyramid Dallas, PSSM Corporate and Pyramid Valley International welcome you to day 78 of Stillness Beat, our daily dose of meditation and wisdom. So let's start today's session with a 45 minutes meditation master, and I invite Balaji sir to guide us into today's meditation. Welcome Balaji sir. Over to you sir.
Good morning, madam. Namaskaram. My dear masters, my dear friends, my dear gods. Good morning, everyone. Let us start our day with our daily meditation. Kindly take a comfortable posture wherever you are sitting, either on floor or on the chair. Please be seated very comfortably. Cross your feet if you are sitting on floor. And you may take back support if needed. Gently clasp your hands and remove your eyeglasses if you are wearing any. They are not required while doing meditation. Be comfortable. Completely relax. Gently close your eyes. And now start observing the breath, which is moving inside and outside. Let there be no thoughts in your mind. If you come across any kind of thought, whatever it may be, gently cut them off and bring back your focus onto your breath. Meditation is observation of one's own breath. Let the breath be as simple as possible, as easy as possible, as be with your breath, my dear friends. Kindly do not open your eyes. Keep observing the breath. When you are with the breath, the intensity of thoughts in mind reduces gradually. When your mind becomes rather empty, you will experience the inflow of cosmic energy. When huge amounts of cosmic energy floods into a physical body, your dormant third eye will open. This is the science of meditation, my dear friends. The meditation starts with the observation of breath. An empty mind is the state of meditation. Be relaxed, my dear friends. We are sitting in meditation for our own selves, for good health, for peace of mind, and enlightenment. We will be in meditation for 45 minutes. For this 45 minutes, do not think anything. Let there be no thoughts. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Let us meditate with the help of music. Let us dwell into deep meditation with the support of music. Be with your breath, my dear friends, my dear masters and gods. Last 15 minutes. Kindly do not open your eyes. Be with your breath, my dear friends, my dear masters and gods. Keep observing the breath for another 15 minutes. Last 5 minutes. Kindly do not open your eyes. Be with the breath, my dear friends. We are in deep meditation. Kindly do not open your eyes. Slowly bring your attention onto your heart center. Eight. Say to your own self the statements of Ho'oponopono. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you. Let us say once again, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you. Let us say once again, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. And thank you. Be with your breath, my dear masters. Be relaxed. Let there be no thoughts in your mind. Let us recap the 4 agreements given by Master Toltec. Statement number 1 says, be impeccable with your words. Statement number 2, don't take anything personally. Statement number 3, don't make any kind of assumptions. Statement number 4, always do your best. Now let us say to our own self, I will be impeccable with my words. I don't take anything personally. I don't make any kind of assumptions. I will always do my best. Be with your breath, my dear friends. Last 30 seconds. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Without opening your eyes, kindly place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and you may open your eyes when you are ready. Thank you, my dear masters. We have done a beautiful 50 minutes of meditation. Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Balaji said it was a wonderful meditation. Thank you. It was very peaceful. Maybe it's because of new moon also, new moon energies. It's really, really good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome, masters. I hope you all had a wonderful meditation. And Happy New Year to the masters who are all celebrating today, New Year. And let's get into the next segment of today's session, that is wisdom sharing. And I would like to invite Yashaswini Master to share today's wisdom. Welcome, Yash Master. Over to you.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful to be here. Let's get into it. All right. Thank you very much. Now, all of these days, this week we discussed the theory behind infinite possibilities. Today we are going to talk a lot about application, infinite possibilities in action. We are going to discuss a lot of examples today and how we can apply it in our everyday activities. So let's jump right into it. Infinite possibilities in action and how you can really transform your everyday with this. So today we are going to talk about some advanced manifestation techniques. So first, before we begin, we talked about timeline jumping. So this timeline and quantum jumping, these are concepts which I like to call them, as you can see in the image, they are more like imagination, creative visualization. It is a type of creative visualization. Now, this type of visualization helps you see a version of you that already has the qualities that you are seeking. Now, there is also, as you can see, as we discussed, there are multiple versions of us. There are multiple realities, multiple possible realities. So we might as well aim for the highest version, the best version. Why play small, or why live something that is not to the best of our abilities? So this technique is in a way helping us to achieve our highest potential. Now let's see what this is. Quantum jumping is an advanced visualization technique that accelerates manifestation, and it allows you to step into the mindset, the emotions, and the identity of your most empowered self. It is you, but like an upgraded version. So, this is a technique which can help you embody all the skill sets you need. Now, there was a book written on quantum jumping by the author Bert Goldman, and he taught this powerful method. All he said was, you just need to explore the multiverse of possible versions of you. And as you visualize that version of you, you can draw inspiration from them. You can learn their skills, their confidence, their body language, their clarity, and their ideas, and then you apply it in your current reality. So, in short, there are alternate versions of you in other realities who have already achieved it. Let's say you want to master photography or public speaking or be an excellent parent. There is a version of you who has already mastered it. So, in this type of visualization, you basically access their wisdom through a guided visualization, which we will be doing end of today. All right. Now, at the end of today's talk, now let's talk about how do we do it, not just theory. So, first we talked about it as being a visualization. So, apart from visualizing, there is also an action part in the physical world. For example, to make it simple, let's think of it as an example. Now, if we are trying to manifest a loving partner, either a partner who is already in our life but making our relationship more loving, or inviting a loving partner, how do we quantum jump into that version? So, first, you act like the version of you already in a loving relationship. The first thing is you have to start acting like you are loved. Now, when I say acting, it just means how would a person who is loved feel? They would feel cherished, they would feel grateful, they would feel excited about life, they would automatically act differently. Then, how do you think like that version? The man or woman who is loved, valued, and cherished. So, if you were to think like you were already in a loving relationship, your thoughts would be very different. Then, and whenever we talk about thinking, we automatically also talk about the emotions, so feeling. The feeling aspect of it is feeling loved, feeling cherished, feeling adored. That itself helps you get into that frequency, get into that being in that magnet mode, receptive mode. So, feeling is the next step. And then how would you act if your desires you knew for sure were going to happen, for sure that you were going to get them? Then you would expect them. So, the woman who knows that love is her natural state would expect it, or a man who knows that love is their natural state, they would expect it in their relationship. So, then you start to assume it's coming to you. And then you embody that version of you. So you live like that person, not just pretend for a moment, but you start to live like you are loving, you deserve love, and you are cherished. So then that is how your reality reorganizes, because you are not just visualizing and forgetting about it. Once you have this visualization technique done, you get some clarity, you get ideas, you may get some inspiration. Maybe it will be to start networking, maybe it will be to groom yourself, maybe it could be about taking better care of yourself, making healthier choices, whatever it means. That idea comes from your quantum visualization, but then comes action. So act like it, think like it, feel like it, expect, and then live like it. So that's how your reality actually shifts. Now, let's talk about the main part of this today's talk. Now, one is to know theory, but I like you to feel what it's like. Each day we have done some meditations and connected to the vibrations and what it feels like. So today we are going to talk about the application aspect of it. These are three ways to tap into infinite possibilities. We understand that we are never stuck, we are never victims, and that we can tap into infinite realities. At any given moment, we can change our future, our destiny. How do we do that? There are three main techniques. One is self concept. Self concept is so powerful. It's your self image. We are going to dive deep into the subject tomorrow as well. So, self concept is how you shift your identity to become who you want to be. Now, self concept, we are going to dive deep into it. Next, we talk about feel the wish fulfilled, feeling. The other day, we discussed about vibrations and how feelings are so important. Your frequency, your very aura, your very energy is determined by your feelings, how you feel. So, feel like the wish is fulfilled. That is another technique. And finally, we are going to talk about the third one, which is assumption, the law of assumption, like it is done, living as if your manifestation has occurred. Let's understand each one of these. First, self concept change. Now, you shift your timeline by becoming who you want to be. When you change your conception of yourself, you will automatically change the world you live in. That's what Neville Goddard says. And the core principle is your outer reality mirrors your self concept. To experience a new reality, first become the version of you who already lives it. So it's not just about pretending or acting, but it's more like embodying. When you start to believe that you are a loving person, that you are always loved, that you are lucky wherever you go, you start to embody that body language, you expect good things, you expect compliments, you expect adoration. So that's an example. Now, each of these, I'd like to give you some examples. So in this case, when I started practicing, I studied for many years to practice over here in Canada as a physiotherapist. When I started practicing as a resident physiotherapist, I knew I had years of education to back me up, but there's always an imposter syndrome that sometimes makes me question my abilities. Will I be able to offer my patients the best treatment? Am I ready for this? Can I really be there for them? I hope I don't make any mistakes. So that self doubt needed to be changed. So what I did was I connected to the version of me, knowing I have all the knowledge, but there is a version of me who has so much experience diagnosing, treating, giving the best care, and has extreme competence and confidence. So I tapped into this version of me and I saw her body language, her tone, the way she communicated, her energy, her empathy. And then I started behaving like that. And before you know it, I started embodying that version of me. I felt like my self concept had changed from being a resident to a very experienced, skilled healthcare professional. So sometimes it's about changing your self image, which gives you that added push and you transform into your new persona. Then comes shifting your timeline through emotion. Now, feeling is the secret. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and observe the route that your imagination takes. So, this is a powerful one because feelings literally translate into a higher frequency. And your emotions literally are like waves that go out into the world. So sometimes we sense it when someone is really upset or angry, and we feel like something is off in the room. Or maybe when there are two kids fighting when their mother's away, they have probably had a mini battle at home. They've been fighting, but when the mother comes in, they're quiet. But the mother senses it. She gets a feeling like something in this was off. Maybe something was happening here. It was the fact that they were fighting and there was so much anger, and that is the vibration or the feeling. So sometimes it's about the feeling that translates into reality. So visualization is just one thing, but you also have to tap into the feelings in order to manifest what you really want. Now, another example would be when I was trying to attract my new life. I used to imagine moving to Toronto, seeing spring cherry blossoms. I often felt like I was living in Toronto. Way before it happened, I would walk by cherry blossoms, feel the colors of it and the excitement in my heart, like I was jumping with joy and watching the colors of the cherry blossom, and just the feeling of being in that very moment and just being so grounded in that moment, feeling the breeze, feeling the happiness in my heart and the joy. That satisfaction helped me manifest my reality so much faster. So, these little examples are just for you to apply these techniques better. And the third and final one is the law of assumption. You shift your timeline by living as if. Now, one thing is to imagine, one thing is to feel, but then it's preparing to receive it. Like the story of the little girl where everybody in the village prayed for rain, but the little girl showed up with an umbrella. So she was expecting it. That's why she was so confident. And Rhonda Byrne, who wrote the famous book, The Secret, she was trying to move to Australia, from Australia to the States. And she started to intend to begin writing her book and create her documentary, which is now famous around the world. But back then, uh, this is her example. She really wanted to move to the States. So, what she started to do was Way before her flights were booked, before anything materialized, she started packing her boxes. She stopped buying new things for her current house because she assumed that she would be moving out soon. She started organizing her place like she was ready to move. And because she assumed like it was going to happen, before you know it, new doors opened and she did move to the States. And she helped make the most famous The Secret documentary on law of attraction. So that's another real life example. Now, when you live as if your desire is already real, it signals your subconscious mind to bring it into reality. So stop waiting for proof, operate from the assumption that it's already done. Now, this brings us to the end of our talk. Now, your reality expands. Now, you can actually intend this. My reality expands as I embrace limitless opportunities every day. So, this is where you are not just imagining, you are embodying it. I am becoming, I am feeling, and I am living. In order for us to understand this better, I want us to do a short visualization and I want to guide you all through it. So, just like every other day, I'm going to ask you to relax, find yourself a comfortable spot, and gently close your eyes. And we are going to embody that your reality expands. So let's begin. Gently close your eyes and take a deep breath. Allow yourself to let go of all thoughts or worries of the past and the future and just be here now. Allow yourself to see, to feel grounded, to feel connected in this very moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Take another deep breath and breathe out. Now, imagine yourself relaxing, and with every breath you take, you are getting into a deeper state of relaxation. And as you relax, you find yourself relaxing in the middle of a flower meadow. It's a beautiful hilly area full of flowers. And you see yourself lying down in this beautiful valley of flowers. You gently realize that this is a beautiful scenic location, and you get excited and start to follow the trail. As you see yourself, imagining yourself going down this beautiful valley of flowers, you find a beautiful healing temple. This healing temple is like a beautiful space of light and love. See what it looks like. Is it a pyramid-shaped temple? Is it made of marbles? Whatever you see, just enter this beautiful loving space. You are now ready to meet your quantum self as you step into this healing temple. Allow yourself to step into this temple, which is full of light, full of love, unconditional love, infinite joy, infinite peace. As you are in this healing temple, you enter the quantum self. You see a version of you who is your better version, your highest version. See what he or she does. What is their physical ability like? Observe what it is that you wish to attain. Are they very healthy, very strong, very active? Are they able to do some exercises, something that you are not able to do? Physical abilities? How strong are they? What do they look like? The best version of you. You can embody this version. Now observe emotionally. How do you sense their emotions are like, this best version of you? This quantum self that you meet here, they are showing you your highest potential. Emotionally, are they more joyous, like an excited, innocent child? Are they more loving? Are they more responsive? Are they calm? Are they positive? Are they strong and resilient? What emotions are you trying to embody from your highest version? Observe and invite that into you. Now, mentally, what kind of thoughts do you think, the quality of thoughts, what kind of solutions do they offer you? Are they having more clarity about their life? Are they more organized? Are they more focused? How do they keep their mind decluttered? What is their mind like? Observe your highest version and ask this version of you who has it all to offer you with any solutions that you need. Take a moment to receive it all. You are in this beautiful receptive mode, ready to embody your highest version. And what kind of spiritually, what kind of energy do they radiate? Are they radiating pure love, light, joy? Are they divinely connected every day to their inner wisdom? Are they meditating often? What kind of energy do they radiate? How is their aura like? This version of you is possible. This best version of you is yours to embody. Receive this as you step into this version of you. And say thank you. Mentally say thank you. And go back to your beautiful meadow, out from the temple, relaxing in the flower meadow again. And remember, you can be anything. Embody your highest version. And whenever you feel ready, you may gently open your eyes. Now, take your time. As you embody this over the coming days, you are invited the highest possibilities into your life. And if you feel inspired after this session, note down any guidance that you received, note down what your best version looked like. And now, as we all are grounding back, let's set our intention for today. Place your hand on your heart if you like and say, my reality expands as I embrace limitless opportunities every day. All right. Thank you, everybody. Over to you, Bhavani ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Yashaswini. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. So, masters, now let's get into the next segment, that is experience sharing. And today we have Shilata Pedinti Master from Dallas to share her experience with us. So, welcome, Shilata Master. Over to you. You can unmute yourself, Shilata garu. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello all. That was a very wonderful meditation session and also my favorite topic, manifestation. Wonderful. So today, my name is Srilata, and today I would like to share my experience with the spiritual journey. So let's get started into it. So thank you all for giving me this opportunity to speak about my spiritual journey on this platform. I would like to share a couple of important things, how I overcame fearfulness and guilt were the two important factors which really bothered me before I came into the spiritual path, which is meditation. So before I got into meditation, I carried this fearfulness about, what might go wrong. Like, for example, job. I was in between contracts and all, and fear of disappointing others, and fear of not being enough of me, like, not giving enough to anybody. And also, I was very afraid of saying no. A strong no. I mean, like constantly I was in fear of something, like, one or the other thing. And the second thing which bothered me a lot was the guilt. Guilt played a very, very major role in my past, before I came into meditation. I carried, a personal experience, a mistake, or something, like, which, I was always feeling guilty about. So I tried to find so many, I mean, like, I tried to find answers. Like, I used to be, doing, like, puja and all that, like, sitting in front of the God and asking, I've tried to get some relief from the guilt, but which never, like, gave me any, uh, when I sat in front of God and told him everything about the thing, what I was going through, my feelings and all, yes, definitely there was a relief, but the relief was just temporary. So I didn't get, I was trying to look for, solid answers. I wanted to get, I couldn't express it at that time, but probably I was just looking from some knowledge, which I didn't get it, and I was constantly in the thing of, like, fear and guilt. So so it was like, those emotions quietly sat inside me, and they were slowly shaping my thoughts, and those thoughts, because of those thoughts, the reactions, what I get out of it was also not very good. So they were shaping my thoughts and reactions, slowly into my daily life. So so something happened after I came into, like, meditation, like, the shift started. I slowly started seeing the shift, not like completely at a time, but, very slowly I started seeing the shift. At first I believed, for fear, I had to push away fear. But meditation taught me how something new, that you don't have to overcome fear by fighting fighting it. But by just observing the fear, the root cause of the fear, and analyzing it and asking questions and narrowing it down slowly so it could slowly subside the fear. So that's how I slowly overcame the fear. And also I would like to say that mostly the in-person session, meeting with great masters and attending meditation sessions online too, I gained knowledge from great masters, and also started reading books from the advices the masters had given. And slowly I overcame fear. So today I can say that, okay, fear sometimes comes, but I'm like, I know how to deal with it. So today I just, think like, okay, no, I'm like, nothing can come near me. Also the same thing with guilt. So which guilt also, like I mentioned, it also came from my past. And I was also able to soften the guilt with compassion, like understanding it, analyzing it, and reading about past life books and all. I was able to soften the guilt slowly with compassion. So again, guilt, suddenly when I think about that thing, today also I feel guilt, but then I know it didn't disappear instantly, but it started loosening up with some knowledge, reading books and all, and also from great masters, wisdom sessions, hearing from great masters. So over time, meditation completely didn't erase these emotions, but certainly it transformed them. So fear showed me where the healing was needed for me, right? And guilt also helped me understand wisdom inside me. So I say this because I started analyzing it. I started slowly growing and learn learn a lot about these things, fear and guilt. And then slowly I started overcoming them. So lastly, I wanted to say that I realized meditation didn't change anything, who I am or my past, but it just changed the relationship with it. And also, I'm the same person, but the reactiveness and the way I take things now is how I want to take things. So I do feel stressed, but stress instantly, but then I don't carry anything. So it reduces the intensity with the knowledge and awareness. So I just quickly wanted to share my experience, how my journey is after coming into meditation.
Thank you, Shilata Garu. That was a wonderful experience, and thank you so much for sharing with us.
Mhm. Thank you.
With-
Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, Masters, now with this, we came to end of today's session. So, see you all tomorrow with another wonderful session. So, until then, have a good day and good at Masters. Thank you. Thank you all.